throughout the weekend, we were watching all the reports and witnessing the devastation.
This morning, I called BakerRipley, formerly known as Neighborhood Centers, and asked, can we get a shelter open at the NRG Center in NRG Park that can handle 10,000 people?
Who would have thought that the next morning we get an email saying we're going back to work, and didn't really know what that meant. BakerRipley has had a role in disaster recovery for a long time. We help out with long-term case management, cleanup, and just help people get back on track once the damage and the storm has moved off.
We have family and friends in Texas, so I thought I need to go down there. I just felt compelled to come down, so I went on the website for BakerRipley, found that there was openings, signed up, and it was an easy process, so here I am. The BakerRipley facility here is so well organized. If you wanted counseling, there's counseling. If you needed your phone charged, that's fine. If you needed housing, case management, the meals, especially the medical.
What I learned managing the NRG shelter was that everyone that came in, it could have been me, it could have been my neighbor. Many of us who were not affected by Harvey were because we lived one street over, one community over, one zip code over. But this disaster affected and impacted the entire region.
The road to recovery started at the BakerRipley NRG Center shelter, but it did not end there. During our 25-day deployment at the shelter, we served over 7,400 guests from 110 different cities in Texas. Being there for our neighbors is our top priority. So far, we have distributed almost $5 million in financial assistance to address neighbors' unmet needs, things like furniture, appliances, medical bills, and other crucial necessities.
We responded to Allison, to Katrina, to Ike, to all the floods in the past few years. So we as an organization have been in the thick of this type of disaster before.
Providing them with case management, providing them with help through their home restoration, helping them at the restoration centers. Those are the key areas. Those are the critical things that families need in order to get back to their new normal.
In partnership with the City of Houston and Harris County, our 6 neighborhood restoration centers have served more than 15,000 households across Houston. Hurricane Harvey will not define our city. We are Houston strong.
Well, I've always been impressed with stories about Texans. People in Texas are very generous, big hearts, and the response of the Houston community and the response of the country to what's happened here is incredible.
Living in this region, and we were reminded through Harvey that we have to stay together, we have to stay cohesive, but we must prepare, we must plan for the next disaster. It isn't whether it's going to happen, it is when it will happen. And the lesson that we've learned from Harvey is that there is not enough planning that we can possibly do. And the planning has to be with every entity, public, private, the people, our nonprofits, everyone has to join together to be able to plan so that the next disaster, we can recover as we are recovering with Harvey.
For over 111 years, BakerRipley has been responsive to the needs of the region, including disaster response. We go where we're invited and do what we're asked to do. And this is not over. To get involved and help your neighbors, visit BakerRipley.org.